Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our regular Sunday service. I'm Edna Sensei. Please join me in our prayer. Mediation prayer. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Konko Daijin sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation in you, all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Konko Daijin sama, Konko Daijin sama, Konko Daijin sama, Konko Daijin sama. Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parents. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. God has to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Can prayer. Reverently we pray, the brilliance of heaven, the riches of earth. Time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is a life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is a truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenshi Kaneko Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as the divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many not knowing the way are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began a life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray, the divine parent's great wish was fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he did not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and heeding not the dawning of day. Though years passed, the world changed. He did not waver from these tasks, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred tendency of the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was us renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, the pain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami. Without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far, the way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. Burning unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and affection in our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them into the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us, we are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray. Recitation of Tenchi Kakitsuke. Konko Daijin Tenchi Kaneno Kami Shin Negai Okai wa waga kokoro ni ari kon desu konichi de tanome. Pray sincerely sincerely with all your heart, be wide with kami. Kami's presence begin within, heart grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Ikiyami Konko Daijin Tenshi Kani no Kami Shinji Negai Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari konbetsu konnichi de tanome. Pray sincerely with all your heart, be wide with kami. Kami's blessings begin within, heart grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Dear Kyami Konko Daijin Sama, infinite life force, Tenchi Kani no Kami-sama. Thank you so much for allowing all of us to be here this morning. You have blessed us in every aspect of our lives. You give us grace more than we realize. We apologize for any thoughts, words, or acts of irreverence we may be committing, knowingly or unknowingly, to ourselves, others, and even you. Purify our hearts to be in line with yours. Today is not an ordinary day. Today is a very special day, because there will never be another day as unique as this one. So we take this very brief moment of our Sunday morning to say thank you. It is already September. This is a month for autumn memorial services throughout the Konko churches in Hawaii. We let the churches conduct their services smoothly. Our memorial service will be held on Sunday, September 25th at 10 a.m. May many people be present to remember their loved ones and the roots of their existence. We give thanks to the current sixth spiritual head, the Reverend Hiromichi Konko, who serves at the Konko headquarters daily and prays for the well-being of all people. We give thanks to the Mitama no Kami-sama, the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, who has established this church in 1940. Her determined will and dedication to Kami-sama has created ripples which extend to this day for 82 years. Her spirit continues to perform goyo for this church. We pray that the current resident ministers and church followers will be able to continue the legacy of the church for generations to come. As we begin this brand new day and brand new week, let our hearts be positive. May your good energy flow throughout our veins and heal us from the atomic level of our existence. At this time, let us take a moment to reflect upon the many blessings we receive and extend a deep prayer for the people in our lives who may be experiencing hardship and the various parts of the world that are experiencing suffering. We pray that even one more person out there can become aware of the true nature of your blessings. Silent prayer. Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep, living amid such gifts of Kami's great living. How happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Yano Konko Daijin does not stop for us to give. The protection of the divine parent enriches all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit to all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami and honor the power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, page 29. Aoge matsureba ten takaku. Aoge matsureba ten takaku. Orogami matsureba chiwa asushi. Kami no megumi ni ikasaru rumi no saiwai zo arigataki wa て果てしなく考えはくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日やび祭りてひたすらに神の御影をたたえますらん神の比例を仰ぎますらん。喜怒拝礼。喜怒拝礼。Mitama Prayer, page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally. Your lives be told from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the divine parent. You have mastered never through your faith to take into the world beyond and leave to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you to stand by us, each and every one. We seek the favor of Kami and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failure. Protect us, guide us, reach us. Now we may never lose the way of faith. Now we hand it down to all generations. Now we may live in peace and prosperity within our own homes. Protect us, guide us, and reach us. Dear Mitama Spirit of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, deceased family, friends, spirit of the native Hawaiians, and beloved house pets that have passed. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here this morning. We have gathered here today at this regular Sunday service in acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessings and in remembrance of you. Although your spiritual form is no longer here with us, we know that your energy still surrounds us. You watch over us, protecting, guiding, and supporting us. We will always remember the way you made us feel, whether it was your kindness, generosity, and warm smile. The feelings you left us, it was the greatest gift. In both big ways and small, you have touched our hearts, and so we would like to honor your divine spirit and pray for your eternal happiness and peace. As we begin a brand new day and week, please continue to guide us. You are in our hearts always, and we want to thank you again very much for all that you do. Let us take a moment of silence to think about the people in our lives who have passed and extend a deep prayer of gratitude. Thank you. Silent prayer. 祖先三時 Day 36。世々の親は我が家の神我が神と心尽くしていつきますらな心尽くしていつきますらな尊き親の神たちよ海の子のために家の柱を沈め立てたまい初子のために世のなりわいを守り助けたまい隠り世の見えぬ境にましませども見尽くしみのみ心は写しよに変わらせたまわず先みたまのまさきくさきわえたまいくしみたまのくしみに恵みたまいて志は薪の柱の動きなくなりわいは結ぶつなめの揺れいなく真心清らに励み努めしめたまいうからやからやわらぎあいて日にけんうらやすく楽しましめたまいついに移しよなことを得て神の御門に参らん時には必ずしも迎え取りたまい見尽くしみをこむらしめたままものと神の実りの大変なるをかしこみかたじけなにみ親の恵みのおぼろげならぬをうれしに喜び申すことをみ心も涼やかにきこしめしたまえと申す穴不思議のみ親の御霊穴不思議のみ親の御霊穴と音のみ親の神穴と音のみ親の神喜怒拝礼 sincerity, the Konko faith, our creed. We believe in Tenchi Kami no Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daijin, embraced Kami's revelation and, as divine mediator, answered the call to eternal illumination. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami, today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service, Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other guides, taking by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here for a regular Sunday service. Actually, it's not a regular Sunday service. It's a very special day today because it's another beautiful day. Another day like today will not come ever, right? And I learned that mentality while I was at work. And we had a staff meeting, and like the new director we have, she's really like, wow, like, is she Konko or something? and we had a staff meeting with all the charge nurses, and you know, she asked around, so how was your unit today? Did you have any injuries? Did any patients fall down? How's the staffing? Do we have enough staff for the evening shift? And she asked every charge nurse. And we all say like, oh yeah, we do. And she said, that's great. No one got injured. We have adequate staffing. That's wonderful. And then she said, okay, everybody turn to each other and say, today is not an ordinary day. I was like, wow, this person is today is not an ordinary day. Today is not an ordinary day. Because she says, another day like today will never come again. And she's absolutely right. So take this day and accept it as your blessing and say thank you to Kansama. Anyways, today I want to talk about Osonae and offerings. And you know, we talk about this quite often at our church. And there's a teaching that says offerings are not what brings divine blessings. Gorikai 3, Konko Kyoso Gorikai, number 33. I usually go to the bon dances with my husband at the Untitled Chapter temple. And that's where he teaches karate twice a week. His mother's urn is also placed at the temple columbarium there. And when we go to the bon dance, I remind my husband to make an offering to the temple for being allowed to use their dojo every time, right? But this year I was in Japan for the temple bon dance, so I wasn't there to remind him. However, to my surprise, after I came back from Japan, he told me that he made an offering. And I didn't even have to remind him. So I thought, wow, that's a okage, you know? When you make a donation or offering to the church or temple, you may feel like you're losing your money and that you could have bought something else with the money that you offer, you know? It's like, but if you really think about it, how long do you stay satisfied or how long do you stay happy for the things you bought for yourself? You know, it usually is more satisfying to buy something for others to make them happy, right? Kami-sama is the same. Making offerings in Konko Kyo is not to receive blessings. You know, people think, oh, I'm going to give a lot of money to God, and then God's going to give me a lot of blessings. Versus that person that only put a little bit of money in that basket. But people may think that for like a big illness, they need to make a big offering to Kami-sama so Kami-sama can give them a big blessing of healing. But that kind of thinking is wrong. We have already been receiving innumerable blessings from Kami-sama. So our offering to Kami-sama should not be of obligation or like, oh, because I want more blessings. It should be because you are just thankful that you have received the blessings up until this moment. This very second.
So years after my husband told me that he made the offering to the temple during the Bon dance, he said something really interesting happened after that. He was told by dad that he's gonna be that he was gonna be getting a sum of money from his family from the mainland. This was totally unexpected income. And he said it happened right after he offered the Bon dance. I was like, wow. So he said, I'll make an offering to the Wahiawa church too. I said, okay. That's your relationship with you and Kami-sama. I'm not going to tell you how much to offer to Kami-sama. That's strictly between you and Kami. Then he went ahead and put some money into the Ohatsuho envelope and made an offering to Kami-sama. That's like the first time I see him. I was like, wow, that's amazing. You know, to see that level of spiritual improvement, I guess. Making an offering to Kami-sama is very much like depositing into the bank of the universe. This is an investment that will yield very high interest later on in your life. If you can offer your pure gratitude, that attitude is what's going to reach Kami-sama. Kami-sama is not interested in the amount that you offer, you know. People think that, you know, Kami-sama, the favoritism is, oh, because this one offered $1 million, I like him more than that one who offered just a little bit. Now, how sincere is your offering? I remember when my mom and I went on a pilgrimage to Japan, and I was in the 2nd grade. And I remember my dad had an offering already placed in an envelope, sealed for Gohonbu, the headquarters. And she thought, man, this isn't enough for all the blessings we received. I need to add more to what my husband already put in there. So she went to the bag, reopened the envelope that Sensei had already wrapped, and she added some more money in there. Resealed it, and when we both went up to Konko-sama, the 4th Konko-sama, she placed her envelope on the offertory tray, and we both bowed our head, and we lifted up our head. Konko-sama left his seat. And in my heart I was like, wait, where are you going? Don't leave! And then, you know, you may think, what's going on? And, you know, it may have been just coincidence that the Konko-sama needed a little break. So he left his seat and another sensei replaced him. And I was like, aw. You know, it's not like we're saying that the next the other sensei that replaced them is lesser, but it's like, oh, we came all the way from Hawaii and we really wanted to do otoloki with the 4th Konko-sama. And can you imagine, with the time that my mom rewrapped the envelope and put more money in, she would have had time to do otoloki with the 4th Konko-sama. So she really learned her lesson and realized that it was not the amount that mattered. And it was the sincerity of the head minister's heart that she should have just accepted. And that day, she probably would have been able to do otoloki. And from that day on, she never adjusted the amount to offer for the ohatsu. Kami-sama wants your sincerity. Okay? It's not the amount. Please keep that in mind. Kami-sama knows whether your offering is sincere or not. I learned to offer when I was small, maybe in elementary school. That's the first time I learned about ohatsuho. And I went house cleaning up the heights. And I think, I don't know how much she gave me, maybe about $20. So my mom says, Kazuko, why don't you offer a little portion of what you received today? And being a kid, I was like, what? Oh, this is all my money. I worked my butt off. I don't want to give anything to Kami-sama. This is mine. But she taught me that you receive a lot of blessings. And I was like, I guess. But she said, you don't have to offer a lot, just a little, just a few dollars. And I was like, okay, a few dollars it is. So maybe about $3. Put it in the envelope, wrote my name, offered it to Kami-sama. And, you know, I didn't understand any of this when I was at elementary. I was only like, what, like 12 years old or something? It didn't make any sense to me. It just felt like my money was being depleted. But then get better and better jobs, right? Like Kumon and stuff. And my income would gradually increase. And I was like, maybe I could make it $5 now. And it became a regular thing. Receive money, offer money back. Receive money, offer money back. And soon those few dollars became more and more and more and more. And when I was in college, I was able to offer $20 a month to kind someone. And really, that was a lot of money because I didn't have any a high-paying job or nothing. And even paying for gas, I put gas $5 at a time because money was so tight. But I made a promise to come someone. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna offer $20 a month to you. And there was a time when I only had $20 in my bank account, and offering that $20 to come someone would leave me with nothing. And I was like, money's kind of tight this month. I don't know if I want to offer to you, but I've always been, and I've always received blessings from you. So it's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna offer to you. Thank you, Konko-sama. Thank you, Kami-sama, for your blessings. Very next day, my financial aid check came. Boom! $2,500. I was like, wow! How can that be? Was it just a coincidence? I'm not sure. But it's like, your sincerity is what makes a lot of difference. So, hontoni. And really, after that, from just a few dollars, I've been able to receive more and more financial okage and be able to offer even more and more to Kami-sama, and with the heart of gratitude, not with the heart of like the obligation. So I believe that our faith needs to improve. It cannot stay complacent. And recently, I've been told by one of the black belts at karate, he said, Edna, you sure you want to just stay at this level? Because I've been at the yellow belt for 6 years, right? And my yellow belt was given to me on, I think, December 6, 2016. I have the date written on the belt. And I said, yes, yellow belt forever. And then, because I don't want to get beat up. And I don't want to learn any more harder things. I'm good right here. But then that black belt told me, Edna, you sure you want to stay at that level? You should concentrate more and hit, like really practice with all your might. Like, I know we just do punches and blocks every time, and it's like a repetition, but you really gotta put more heart into it, I guess they can see. These black belts can see your spirit right through. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right, man. I was being complacent. I was like, I should just stay at this level, but you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. And Clayton told me the other day, because we just promoted the white belts to the yellow belts and the blue belts to the green belts, but I just stayed in my yellow belt, and the other kids were like, when is Edna gonna promote to the blue belt? And Clayton says, it was like, soon it's gonna come. I said, no, keep me at the yellow belt. See, he's shaking his head already. And then he told me, like, Edna, I'm trying to improve with my konko. With my konko face. Like, you gotta improve with your karate. And I was like, oh, I see. That's a good one. So, I could be like a turtle. It probably may take me 20 years to reach my black belt, but I want to try to go to that black belt level. And similarly, I do want to see my husband Clayton become a black belt in Konko Kyo too. And it's gonna that statement that he said, really, it made me very hopeful that we're gonna be in this together. I'm gonna be a black belt in karate. I'm gonna be a black belt in Konko Kyo. So I'm excited now. I'm gonna try really hard. You're gonna work me hard now. So anyways, don't be complacent in your faith. Always try to see where you can improve just a little bit more. Learn one more teaching, practice it, learn to practice it in your daily life, and really feel the benefits of being Konko, practicing the Konko teachings in your daily life. Thank you very much. I'll end, and I hope you continue to receive the blessings from Kami.
thank you for joining the service. As Edna Sensei said about the offering, usually Kongo means do not say anything about offering. But she made very interesting teaching. When I think of the Osonae, I always remember an episode took place at the Gohombo. I just noted the article. Soon after I came over here 45 years ago, very poor women was a Kongo believer tried to see Konko-san at Gohombo. No money, so he tried to save money little by little. And on one occasion, she could visit go home with a new clothes, new shoes, using maybe trays. She also dined at a restaurant nearby, Tsuchiya Shopping. And she went to see Konko-san. And then, without saying anything about it at all, she said, oh, every expense you get for today's visitation, that's by Kanki-san and Osonae. This is the nature of Konko Gyo's offering. All expenses are accepted by Kami-san as offering. Wow. Usually when we go to any Konko church, there's no display of how much you donated to the church, not only on the offerings. This is a very Konko way of accepting donations. Some people may, this is for sensei, but sensei usually do not accept this. All the money offered is to Kami-sama. So usually the sensei at the Yamagi church used to say, although we receive Osonae from many church members, but I did not say, thank you, arigato, thank you so much. Never say. Because if you say the money offered would be received by the sensei, not go to Kami-sama. It's my money. I receive the offering. But this is not the way how Kongo is. So sensei do not say, oh, thank you for your offering. We do not say, because everything goes straight to Kami-sama. So Kami-sama respond to your extended appreciation. So this is the way of Konko Kyo. I don't know about any religious organizations. Some churches demand you to offer 10% of your income. It's too much, but some people respond to the teachings. If they are belief, so I appreciate their way of life. The core message of appreciation of Osonae or offering is Kami-sama accepted what has been offered. Sensei of the Yamagi Church used to say, 神様に受け取っていただくほどこれが安心で幸せな生活はない。When 神様 accept what you have offered to church, there would be no way or this is the most best way how we live. And one more thing I want to say, the founding minister of the Amagi Church, Reverend Yasutake Master, said a very simple message. To practice faith is to believe in Tenchi Kami. To believe in Kami-sama, Tenchi Kami is to believe in the teachings of the founder. Then believe in Tenchi Kami teaching is to believe in Tenchi Kami. It is so true. This time I went to attend the Konko Church of Iwata in Hiroshima. My brother, elder brother, student. This for first time when I arrived in Ama church, he asked me to offer tamagushi for the first time. He read the prayer and then offered tamagushi. We go and at the dinner, they prepare dinner for us. So at this place, my brother asked me what will be important for Konko Kyo. And I just remembered my father's message. He was actually he could be a Konko believer when he was born. His father was a Konko believer, and he was born because Konko Kyo. But my father said, I became a Konko minister. I'm not a Konko minister, Konko believer when I became 19 years old. During that period, new teacher from Amagi Church came to succeed the church. And the sensei, Hosaka Sensei, used to talk so much about Konko teachings. At one instant, actually, at every church services, he spoke more than 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours. That's too much. But I still remember, I sit down on the tatami mat, folding down, and I listened to Sensei, knowing there's nothing. I think he's going to stop his speech. They keep on going again and again. So 1 hour, 2 hours. This is the style of speech in Japanese. Then, because of his Sensei's message, he understood Konko Kyo has teachings for the family. And he will appreciate the message of teachings. And then he became Konko minister, no Konko believer. Yes, I am Konko believer. He believed in the message for the family. So, to believe in the teaching of the founder is to believe in the founder, than of the Konko Kyoshi. And this is the way how we practice this. So try to understand teachings and become Konko believer. Thank you very much.
Konko Daijin no Kamishi, Wahiawa Konko Konges Konishi Tanomei, Konko Daijin no Kamishi, Wahiawa Konges Konishi Tanomei. Page 53. From the farmer to the farmer. 53. 7. The summer of 1859.
Yeah?
Huh?
Oh, 1859?
Mm.
Oh, okay. I thought you said page 59. Hi. Clayton will read it.
Says the summer of 1859 was very dry. One day, Kami's advice focused on the cotton bunji was growing as a cash crop. Fertilize your cotton fields with 4 bales of rapeseed oil meal fertilizer per acre. Do not water the fields even if it gets hot and dry, as doing so will cause boll weevils to infest the cotton. Past experience told Bunji that the amount of rapeseed oil meal that Kami had specified was too little for the fields, and that the cotton crop might wither without concern about an infestation of boll weevils and the financial loss it could cause. However, the current situation was notably different from his earlier years, primarily due to his spiritual growth. At this point, Bunji's relationship with Kami was such that Bunji was able to farm with virtually no worries or difficulties. His crop would undermine the dignity of Kami. This was something Bunji made every effort to avoid. In time, he came to realize that the best course of action was to leave everything to Kami and follow Kami's advice fully.
At first, the cotton plants appeared very weak and even looked like they were dying as a result of receiving little fertilizer and no water. Initially, Bunji too felt that his plants were dying, but all of a sudden, the cotton plant turned for the better. And although the plants were short, their stems were strong. When harvest time came, Bunji found the cotton easy to pick and of very good texture. Others, like his brother-in-law Jiro Furukawa, noticed the excellent quality of the cotton. When he came by one day, Jiro remarked, "This is very good cotton. You do not even have to sort them. My harvest has black boll weevils embedded in many of the balls, and they look like pigeon droppings. We did not get a high yield this time. Most farmers used large quantities of fertilizer and watered their crops frequently, resulting in a cotton crop with poor texture." One cotton buyer praised Bunji way. "Your cotton is very good. It will make good cloth material," and paid a premium for his harvest.
In another test of Bunji's faith in the fall of 1859, Kami told Bunji as a faith training exercise, "Cut the grass that is found on Mount Gongen." Bunji wondered what the significance of this exercise would be. Nonetheless, he went to the mountain wearing his straw sandals. Upon arrival, Kami said, "Take your sandals off and begin cutting the grass." He did as Kami directed and began cutting the grass near the bottom of its stalk. After cutting a fairly wide swath of grass, Kami said, "That is enough cutting. Now, walk the length of the swath created by the cutting." After he did so, Kami then said, "Turn around and go back." Kami repeated the same series of instructions 3 times and then asked, "Good enough. Did you notice anything?" When Bunji hesitated, Kami added, "Can you not see? Look at your feet. You cut the grass, and even though you walked several times on the tapered and sharp ends, cut ends of grass without your sandals, you did not suffer any injuries. You followed Kami's words without question and were thus able to train yourself."
On September 10th, 1859, Bunji received the following instructions. "This year you should sow barley from around September 20th to October 22nd or 23rd. Do not worry or rush. You will finish sowing as instructed. This year let your son Asakichi plow the rice paddies with the ox. Do not be concerned by the shallowness of his plowing or the fact that his rows are not straight. Let him do the job. If you continue to plow the paddy, you will not be able to return home
went to the field to start plowing. Tosei advised, "You should handle the ox first because it will be unruly and uncontrollable." When he started plowing, the ox lunged forward, and even when he held the nose ring for better control, he could not control the ox. Bunji thought to himself, "This must be a message from Kami." He then told Asakichi to plow, to which Asakichi and Tosei both protested, with Tosei saying, "If an adult came calm." Bunji told Tosei and Asakichi, "Look, is it not amazing?"
It was about this time that Bunji handed the more important aspects of farming to Asakichi, including plowing the fields using the ox. This experience also reaffirmed for the family that by receiving Kami's instructions, they could manage farming without Bunji. The plowing and sowing of the field was completed by October 2021, just as Kami had forecasted.
His actions were motivated by Kami's desire to allow Bunji to begin implementing the needs of his busy family people, seeking Kami's guidance. At the same time, Kami wanted the family to realize that they would not be in dire straits when their father devoted less time to farming. This is also a way for Kami to provide another opportunity to Bunji and members of his family to realize the blessings of Kami.
During this period, people experiencing difficulties would seek Bunji's prayers. Each time, regardless of where in the farming season he found himself or what duties needed to be performed, Bunji would stop what he was doing and return home. He would then clean himself and change into clothing more appropriate for offering prayers. Once he finished praying, he would change back into his farming clothes and return to the field. On some days, this would be repeated numerous times. As the number of people seeking Bunji's guidance steadily increased, it became more difficult, if not impossible, for him to fulfill his farming duties.
At this early stage, the people seeking Bunji's mediation, as it would later be called, very, would call equally diverse Muslims. For example, close neighbors Kyuzo Suzuki and Togoro Kawai were both interested in Bunji's style of this practice. Togoro's family were farmers who process cotton, and one of his family members became ill. Togoro went to Bunji's house, intending to ask him to pray for them. Upon arriving, he learned Bunji was not there. Bunji had gone to the Furu Palace to help with their roof renovation. However, Bunji unexpectedly arrived explaining, "I returned because Kami said that somebody would visit you, so go home." A similar incident whereby Bunji would return home to assist someone would become more frequent. Another example involved Saburo Sakane, cotton dealer. He lived in the neighboring village Wakasaki. Although prayers in 1858 became, he was heavily in debt and contracted tuberculosis. The Saburo was told it was coming to took you in, so there is no need to worry. Direct the energy of your worried heart toward your wholehearted trust in God. Your life will be saved. The Saburo continued to visit and so prayed daily. He gradually recovered. He was also able to quickly pay off his debt.
Okay. ここから親神の夕立。おはようございます。Good morning. Thank you for attending. 歌を歌わせていただきます。We're going to sing four songs. September is Founder's birthday, and next month is Founder's grand service.
So we sing page 59, 親神の夜差しのままに and other three songs. よろしくお願いいたします。親神の夜差し先生。何番いいかな。親神の夜差し、真偽瞑想歌う。Page 59, Japanese. 「
the heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, so in my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, swinging arms together we'll walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives.
ありがとうございました。Thank you. ありがとうございました。Please take care.
Yami Konko Daijin Kinchi Kame no Kami Shishi ni Iwai Wahiawa ga Konko ni Yori Kongetsu Konji de Kamori Yami Konko Daijin Kinchi Kame no Kami Shishi ni Iwai Wahiawa ga Konko ni Yori Kongetsu Konji de Kamori.
ありがとうございました。Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you have a great new week. Bye bye. Take care.